What's up, guys? Let's go over some levels to prepare for next week, tomorrow, July 28th. Let's get into it. Qs at all-time highs at 568. Very smart of you guys. Buying in April, buying that dip at 400, getting 167 points. Excellent gains on that. Looking at QQQ, it is trading within this realm right here. We'll get rid of some of these lines just to kind of get out the confusion here. But as you can see, we are trading within here. As long as we're trading within that momentum, that is excellent. And then looking for pullbacks, you would basically be looking for this, buying right at this yellow line, which I'll mark for us. So you can see, makes it a little clearer, going long, buying these dips on the middle line has proven to be worth it. There's only one time it pulled through in April, and then look, we're at all-time highs, which is awesome. Moving forward to Google. Google right here is trading very strong. It has some rejection around the $200 level. Highs are 206. This is definitely a possibility. Looking at the 5-year chart, you were trading within this zone here. We had a massive sell-off from 206 down in April, down to 140. We bought that dip down there. Very happy to say that in the YouTube portfolio. You'll see it with the updates. If you're a member, you get access right away to see it. You got that rejection at 197. Moving forward to NVIDIA. Checking out NVIDIA stock here, we are making all-time highs. We have blasted all the way up to $175. I would not be surprised if we do see $200 per share on this. Their $4 trillion market cap. Pullbacks to 150, I would expect would be bought. So definitely watching that in the future. If we ever get that pullback, I will be paying attention to get in. Next, looking at AMD stock. AMD, excellent buy for $76 in April, all the way to $166. AMD proven itself to come back. We are at resistance here at 165 on AMD. You can see it right here. Let me just mark out the levels for you guys. Previous resistance right there. And then now we are approaching the same level right in this range. So definitely be cautious. And remember, your RSI is 70. Zooming in, you can see 70 right here. So it could indicate a potential pullback. Doesn't mean it's going to sell all the way off to 125, but that definitely is something to consider when you are looking at SMH, the ETF, the VanEck Semiconductor ETF, which summarizes, basically has the holdings of NVIDIA, AMD, and all the other semiconductor stocks. SMH is moving to all-time highs at $300 per share. Definitely be cautious up at this 293 level, starting to get some resistance. You'd like to see this break above this if it's going to have some continuation. Moving to Tesla. Tesla in the last 5 days with its earnings report has pulled back vastly. 338, pulling all the way back, making this cup right here and starting to consolidate at 317. This stock really does seem to have a mind of its own. I mean, the last month, if you bought at 288, you could sell at 338, pulled back to 299, 300, back to 317. I'm not counting it out yet. I look at the 5-year chart, and I look at the 1-year chart, and I do feel like we are trading within this zone here. This is kind of what I see for Tesla. Now, the fundamentals don't look good, but I don't think that Tesla really trades on fundamentals. It trades on hopes and dreams of the autonomous vehicles and the AI robotic story. So if it can maintain this pattern, trading within this trend, then I think we can get a move back up to 360. But nothing seems guaranteed with Tesla. It did seem like it started to get bought up here. You had sellers at 300 trying to push it down, couldn't push it down, right back up to 305, and then we had this nice green candle forming. So we'll see. Let's see if it can push back up, break above 325. If we can get above 325 with these clear resistance points right in here, I mean, it's clear as day looking at it. You can see right here, you are going to have a supply zone where people are going to be shorting this. The shorts are going to be coming in right at this point. They're going to be coming in right at this point. And then the next retest right up here will be a test. Probably see that this week if it doesn't just wake up and it's down a couple of points right off the bat. UNH is on our radar. Looking at this on the 5-year chart, this is why individual stocks are risky, boys. You look at this, you say, oh, I'll just buy in the 600s or 500s. It looks like a safe stock to buy, get a nice dividend. Then you wake up one day, it's down 280. You're down 55%. So you have to be very cautious. I'm buying the dip on this. I didn't buy UNH at 620, but I'm not afraid to buy them at 280 because I think that's a beautiful discount. We're down 53%. And what you need to realize is you're down 53% from April. So for me, this is a no-brainer. I'm buying this bottom. I am thinking, keep a small percentage, 5 to 7% of your portfolio allocation. And maybe this could be a nice double bottom here. Now, I could be completely wrong here. I'm just a YouTube trader, but I'm going to put my own money where it is, and I'm going to see if we can get that bounce maybe off 270 and get that pushback higher. And once we get above 325, I think it's off to the races. But that all starts with UNH's guidance. They need to prove that they can actually have some guidance for its investors, get that investor confidence up. That's what it's all about. Here's another stock that I've been looking at, JBlue. JBlue has been trading within this range. I'm definitely interested. I want to see if I can get it below $4 to get in a position here. We are trading within $4 up to $8. This is when you trade this stock, you gotta have a lot of patience because it takes usually a month to get up. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see $6 in the near future. Just looking at that, if it breaks below 3.3, then you know what to do. You take your loss. Very simple. Big Bear. BBAI had that high of $10. We sold the shares up around $6, $7. We're waiting for them to come back down. I'm hoping that this is a double top right here. Boom, boom. I'm hoping this double top, and then we start doing this. We start kind of fading. I want to get back into BBAI around $3.50. I've been kind of just waiting for that. That is definitely something I am very interested in. And looking at another stock that I think sometimes people underestimate is LMT. This is a very volatile stock, and I think it's something that you should pay attention to, because it is starting to sell off. I mean, look at it on the 1 day. It's at $420 per share. Let's look at the 5 year. It does trade within this channel. It finally broke this channel. It's been consolidating in this area. But I would believe that $400 would be a spot where bulls would start to come in. And if we get even luckier, I would love to see this pull back even further. Looking for a pullback to 340, 345. That would be awesome. Let's look at the recent news on this. They talk about, for LMT, that earnings miss is sparking concerns. So we'll do another in-depth analysis on LMT, but this video is not directly for Lockheed Martin, but we definitely are getting that earnings miss from 464 all the way down to 422, 410. Interesting play. Intel, just want to bring it up to you guys. This is I try not to trade this stock because I've just been burned on it so many times, and I cannot time the bottom on this, guys. Basically, it's trading within this zone of $18 to $25. We're pulling back. We just had a recent pullback from $23 down to $20. Can we see 18, 19 bucks? If we see $19, I'll be considering it around 18, 18.5. That's it for the recap. Just looking at some stocks. Let me know if there's anything I missed. Leave a comment in the section below, and I'll message you on the WAP. All right, see you later.